In the world of high-performance automobiles, there exists a stratosphere of exclusivity so rarefied it borders on the mythical. This is the domain of the one of one, a place where standard production lines and customer catalogs cease to exist. It is a realm of secret commissions, whispered projects, and automotive creations that are as much personal statements as they are feats of engineering. For decades, Porsche has been the undisputed master of this domain, forging a legacy on the racetrack and then selectively distilling that pure, unadulterated essence into breathtakingly rare special editions. These are not mere cars. They are artifacts. Think of the track-only modern 935, a tribute to the legendary Moby Dick racer. With only 77 examples built for the world's most dedicated collectors. Or consider the 911 GT3R Rennsport, another 77-unit run transforming a purebred race car into the ultimate track day weapon for over $1 million. While some may view these multi-million-dollar creations as irrelevant fantasies for the fortunate few, they miss the fundamental point. These cars are Porsche's soul-made manifest. They are halo projects that ignite the dreams of enthusiasts globally and serve as powerful reminders of the engineering magic that lies at the company's core. This summer, however, Porsche has unveiled a project that eclipses all that came before. It is a salvo so audacious, so exclusive, and so deeply personal that it will be talked about for generations. Say hello to the Porsche 963 RSP. This is not a road car with racing stripes. It is a full-fledged championship-winning Le Mans hypercar, meticulously and painstakingly transformed into a singular, road-oriented machine for one very specific owner. It is, without exaggeration, a modern unicorn, a tradition of taming monsters. The idea of converting a top-tier racing prototype for road use is not new to Porsche. It is a thread woven deep into the fabric of their history. The most direct spiritual ancestor to the 963 RSP is the legendary Porsche 911, specifically chassis number 917030. After a successful racing career, this car was famously commissioned for road use in the 1970s by Count Teofilo Guiscardo Rossi de Montelera, an executive of the Martini and Rossi brand. In an era of far more lenient regulations, the Silver Beast was fitted with mufflers, mirrors, and other basic necessities, receiving an Alabama license plate and becoming the most extreme road car on the planet. The image of the Le Mans winning 917 navigating public streets became an indelible part of Porsche lore, a symbol of ultimate performance breaking free from the confines of the circuit. Decades later, in the late 1990s, Porsche revisited this concept out of necessity. To compete in the top GT1 T1 class at Le Mans, regulations required manufacturers to produce a limited number of road-legal versions, or a Strassen version, of their race car. The result was the Porsche 911 GT1 Strassen version, a barely sanitized race car with a smoothed-out body and a slightly more civil interior. With its mid-mounted twin-turbocharged flat-six, it was a true race car for the road born from homologation rules. Only around 20 were ever built, and they remain grails for collectors today. The 963 RSP channels the spirit of both these icons. It combines the bespoke, one-off commissioning of the Count Rossi 911 with the modern racing technology of the 911 GT1, creating a machine that is both a tribute and a technological marvel in its own right. The captain and the machine. To understand the 963 RSP, one must first understand the three letters in its name. RSP stands for Roger Penske. To call Penske a titan of industry would be an understatement. The captain, as he is universally known, is a colossal figure in the automotive and motorsport worlds. A former successful racing driver himself, he built Penske Corporation into a global transportation and logistics empire. His racing team, Team Penske, is one of the most successful in history, with a staggering number of victories and championships across nearly every major motorsport category, including a record 20 wins at the Indianapolis 500. In recent years, Penske added the NTT IndyCar Series and the legendary Indianapolis Motor Speedway itself to his portfolio. Most relevant to this story, he is the co-namesake of the Porsche Penske motorsport operation. This is not a simple sponsorship deal. It is a deep, factory-backed partnership responsible for fielding the 963 race cars in both the FIA World Endurance Championship, WEC, and the American IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship. Therefore, the 963 RSP is not simply a car purchased by a wealthy client. It is a symbol, a rolling monument to the phenomenally successful collaboration between two giants of motorsport. The idea, dreamed up by Porsche Cars North America president and CEO Timo Resch and brought to life by Porsche Motorsport's top executives, was presented to Penske as the ultimate tribute to the partnership's achievements. Anatomy of a modern champion. Before its transformation, the base Porsche 963 was already a masterpiece of modern racing engineering. It competes under the LMDH, Le Mans Daytona H regulations, a brilliant rule set designed to control costs and encourage manufacturer participation. LMDH cars utilize a spec chassis from one of 4 approved suppliers. Porsche uses Multimatic, a spec hybrid system co-developed by Bosch, Williams Advanced Engineering, and Xtruck, and the manufacturer's own bodywork and internal combustion engine. This platform has fueled a new golden era of sports car racing, and the 963 has been its brightest star. Since its debut in 2023, the Porsche Penske Motorsport team has piloted the car to a stunning 10 victories and 5 championship titles, including conquering the 2 most prestigious endurance races in America, the Rolex 24 at Daytona and the 12 Hours of Sebring. At its heart is a 4.6-liter twin-turbocharged V8 engine with an incredible heritage. Its architecture can be traced back to the engine that powered Porsche's RS Spider, a car that dominated the LMP2 class in the mid-2000s. That engine was then famously adapted and hybridized for road use in the groundbreaking Porsche 918 Spider Hypercar. In a perfect example of technology transfer, Porsche then took that road car engine, re-engineered it for the rigors of endurance racing, added a pair of turbochargers, and placed it back onto the track in the 963. It is a power unit with a championship-winning lineage that has conquered both road and track. The metamorphosis, transforming this raw, aggressive racing machine into a road-oriented jewel, required thousands of hours of bespoke craftsmanship. The process was a delicate balancing act between preserving the car's fierce racing soul and instilling a level of refinement befitting a one-of-one commission. The most visible change is the livery. The complex racing colors are gone, replaced by an impossibly elegant Martini Silver paint job that flows over the intricate carbon fiber and Kevlar bodywork. This choice is a direct nod to the iconic silver of Count Rossi's 917. The interior is where the transformation is most dramatic. The Spartan function-first racing cockpit has been completely retrimmed in sumptuous tan leather and Alcantara, again the exact color scheme of the Rossi 917. It is an oasis of classic luxury in the heart of a modern-day technology monster. Look closer when the details are staggering. The wide-open cutouts above the front wheels on the race car, designed for aerodynamic pressure relief, have been replaced by newly designed, more aesthetically pleasing fender top vents. At the rear, the carbon fiber blanking plates on the wings, end plates mandated by racing rules, have been deleted for a cleaner, more sculptural look. The nose, which on the race car features a simple weight-saving sticker, now boasts a heavy, ornate enamel Porsche crest. In a whimsical touch that speaks to the spirit of the project, the team 3D printed a single, elegant cup holder and integrated it into the carbon fiber cockpit. Inside, there are now dedicated leather-trimmed storage areas for the drivers. Headset, the removable racing steering wheel, and even the laptop computer required to initiate the car's complex startup sequence. The functional changes are just as extensive. The car has been fitted with headlights and taillights programmed with road-legal illumination patterns, along with turn signals and a horn. The chassis has been given a slightly lifted ride height for navigating real-world road imperfections. The advanced Multimatic DSSV racing dampers, known for their incredible precision, have been set to their absolute softest setting, though it's a setting that is likely still firmer than most supercars. Finally, as dry weather racing slicks are illegal for road use, the 963 RSP rolls on Michelin's treaded wet weather racing tires, which feature charming vintage-style 1970s logos on their sidewalls. The powertrain, while retaining its peak output of around 660 horsepower, was also subject to significant refinement. The entire engine and hybrid system were recalibrated to run on commercially available premium gasoline rather than specialized race fuel. More importantly, the mapping for the motor generator unit MGU was completely revised. On the track, the hybrid system's power delivery is brutal and instantaneous. For the road, the engineers smoothed out this delivery, making the car more manageable at lower speeds without sacrificing its incredible top-end performance. The paradox of a street-legal racer. So with all these changes, can Roger Penske take his 963 RSP for a Sunday drive? The answer is a complicated no. While it is road-oriented, it is not street-legal in the traditional sense. A car must undergo a massively expensive and time-consuming process of homologation to be certified for public road use, including extensive crash testing, emissions compliance, and pedestrian safety evaluations. The 963 RSP as a one-off has undergone none of this. This places it in a special category, likely eligible for show and display permits. This means Penske could, with special dispensation from local authorities, drive it at specific events or on particular roads for a limited time. As the original article noted, one might see it making a parade lap at the annual Woodward Dream Cruise in his home of Metro Detroit, but you will never spot it in a supermarket parking lot. Before the captain takes delivery during the prestigious Monterey Car Week in August, Porsche is taking this magnificent creation on a world tour. Enthusiasts will have the rare opportunity to see it in person throughout the 24 hours of Le Mans week, after which it will move to the official Porsche Museum in Stuttgart, Germany. From there, it will journey to the United Kingdom for the world-famous Goodwood Festival of Speed, an icon before its first mile. The Porsche 963 RSP is far more than the sum of its parts. It is a confluence of history, partnership, and engineering audacity. Porsche has not released a price, but given that the standard 963 race car costs about $2.9 million before a single lap is turned, it is safe to assume the immense bespoke work on the RSP puts its value easily in the $3.5 to $5 million range, if not higher. But its true value cannot be measured in dollars. It is a testament to the enduring power of the internal combustion engine in an increasingly electric age. It is a celebration of one of motorsport's most powerful partnerships. For the rest of us, it is a rolling fantasy, a physical manifestation of a what-if scenario. To see it is to witness the peak of a certain kind of automotive art. To hear its V8 engine derived from a lineage of champions will be to hear history come alive. Even standing still, it is an object of immense beauty and presence. In the end, the Porsche 963 RSP is a paradox, a car built for the road that can barely be driven on it. It exists as a piece of kinetic sculpture, a trophy for a titan, and a new high watermark for a brand that never stops pushing boundaries. And perhaps, as the original author so rightly implored, Porsche will see fit to put the 963 RSP into a racing simulation, giving the millions of dreamers who will never see it a chance to experience, even digitally, what it feels like to tame the one-of-one king.